with snow in the winter. One of the most famous places is Seoul National Park, with its jagged cliffs, hidden valleys, and peaceful Buddhist temples. It is a landscape that reminds visitors that Korea is not only about neon lights and bustling cities, but also about silence, nature, and balance. The seas shape the country just as much as the mountains. South Korea is surrounded by 3 different bodies of water: the Yellow Sea, the East Sea, and the South Sea. Fishing has always been important here, and cities like Busan grew out of that connection to the ocean. Today, Busan is not only a port and a hub for trade, but also a city of beaches, seafood markets, temples on cliffs, and modern high-rises. Farther south lies Jeju Island, often called the Hawaii of Korea. With its volcanic rock, stunning waterfalls, and Hallasan, the highest mountain in the country, Jeju is both a natural wonder and a romantic getaway. For many Koreans, Jeju is the place of honeymoons, legends, and a slower, more relaxed life. South Korea's history stretches back more than 5,000 years. Ancient kingdoms such as Goguryeo, Silla, and Baekje shaped the peninsula, building fortresses, temples, and cultural traditions that are still visible today. Later, the Joseon dynasty ruled for over 5 centuries, leaving behind not only magnificent palaces like Gyeongbokgung in Seoul, but also the Korean alphabet, Hangul, created in the 15th century by King Sejong the Great. Hangul was designed to be simple and logical, giving ordinary people access to reading and writing. Even today, linguists call it one of the most efficient writing systems in the world. The 20th century, however, brought hardship. Korea endured decades under Japanese colonial rule, only to be divided after World War II into North and South. The Korean War of 1950-1953 devastated the peninsula, leaving millions dead and cities in ruins. When the war ended in an uneasy ceasefire, South Korea was one of the poorest nations in the world. Yet from that devastation came one of the most remarkable transformations in modern history. Through determination, education, and industrial growth, South Korea rose in just a few decades to become one of the leading economies of the world. Today, the country is known for its balance of tradition and modernity. Nowhere is this clearer than in its food. At the heart of every meal is kimchi, the fiery fermented cabbage dish that Koreans eat daily. But the cuisine is incredibly rich. Bibimbap, a colourful rice bowl with vegetables, egg, and spicy paste. Bulgogi, sweet marinated beef grilled to perfection. Or tteokbokki, chewy rice cakes in a spicy red sauce sold by street vendors late into the night. Food in Korea is never just about eating. It is about community, family, and sharing. The traditions live on in festivals as well. Chuseok, the Korean Harvest Festival, is a time when families return to their hometowns, honour their ancestors, and prepare traditional dishes. Lunar New Year, or Seollal, is another celebration filled with rituals, games, and special foods. These customs remind Koreans of their deep cultural roots, even as they live in one of the most technologically advanced societies on Earth. South Korea has also become a cultural powerhouse. K-pop has conquered the global music scene, with groups like BTS and Blackpink filling stadiums across continents. Korean dramas, or K-dramas, have drawn international audiences with their unique blend of romance, humour, and emotion. The Korean wave, known as Hallyu, has spread Korean culture across the globe, sparking interest in the language, fashion, and lifestyle. Technology is another hallmark of the nation. South Korea has some of the fastest internet speeds in the world, and digital life is everywhere. Cashless payments, futuristic cafes, and innovations from brands like Samsung, LG, Hyundai, and Kia. Yet even in the midst of this digital future, one can still step into a centuries-old temple, wander through a traditional Hanok village, or find markets where life continues, much as it did long ago. Life in South Korea is intense. Education is competitive. Work days are long, and pressure is high. But Koreans also know how to enjoy themselves. The country is famous for its nightlife, karaoke rooms, late-night food stalls, and lively markets that stay open until dawn. Cafes are everywhere, each with its own theme, from cat cafes to book cafes to flower-filled retreats. Leisure is increasingly important in modern Korean life, as people balance tradition, ambition, and relaxation. At the centre of it all lies Seoul. This city of over 10 million people is not just the capital, it is the beating heart of South Korea. Divided by the Han River, Seoul is a city of contrasts. On one side, sleek skyscrapers, luxury malls, and futuristic towers. On the other, ancient palaces like Jangdeokgung, serene temples, and markets that have been alive for centuries. In districts like Myeongdong, the streets overflow with fashion, cosmetics, and street food. Gangnam, made famous worldwide by the hit song Gangnam Style, represents wealth and modernity, with high-end stores and shining towers. Meanwhile, places like Insadong offer a glimpse of the past, with tea houses, antique shops, and calligraphy stores. Seoul never sleeps. The subway system is one of the busiest and most efficient in the world, carrying millions each day. Nightlife ranges from traditional soju bars to high-energy clubs, and yet the city also offers peace. Along the Han River, parks invite families, students, and couples together. Hikers climb the mountains that surround the city, finding quiet temples among the trees. This balance of energy and calm, past and future, is what makes Seoul unique. In many ways, Seoul represents South Korea itself. It is fast-paced, innovative, and modern, but it also holds on to deep traditions. It is shaped by history, yet always looking forward. Walking through its streets, one can feel the heartbeat of a nation that has endured hardship, achieved greatness, and continues to evolve at breathtaking speed. South Korea may be small in size, but it is vast in spirit. It can be tasted in kimchi, heard in K-pop, seen in neon lights reflected against temple rooftops. It is a country of resilience, creativity, and contrasts. And at its centre is Seoul, the living symbol of a nation that bridges